If I look a little raw, it's because I really just rolled out of bed. I have a huge day ahead of me, like way more stacked up meetings and on-site visits, way more than I usually have. So I am really trucking like a train. Trucking like a train. I don't even know what that means. So, oops. Let me get this out here. Wanted to deliver what I'm committed to doing these days. It's good for me too. So here we go. What is the energy? Who's watching? Who's watching? Needs to be transmitted. Thank you very much. Thank you. The world. Coming from the Five of Wands with our action card being the Four of Swords. And underneath, Five of Swords. It's pretty clear. I'm gonna pull, I want to get a little clarifier on this Five of Swords. I like this. Yep. Very interesting. Well, so what we have is the world. That's the energy we want to shift to, moving from the Five of Wands. The opposing energy or undercurrent energy is the Five of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. Just had a flash of insight there. And our method is the Four of Swords. Okay, so let's walk through this. I really am raw this morning. I apologize. A lot of things going on in the background. A lot of things are petunia. So this is actually a really nice reading. The world is closing out cycles, but it's also opening up cycles. I've talked about this before, the world being our a portal card. These days, I think with all the stuff that's going on, I think we're really happy to close out cycles, many different cycles. There's a lot of stuff we want to offload and move forward from, just leave the baggage behind. The energy that we're moving out of, or want to move out of, is the Five of Wands, which is this energy of pushing back, resisting, competing, fighting it. And, you know, I think we've had a very similar reading before. In fact, I know we had, and I think it was one that may have been more difficult for people to process. Perhaps I'm wrong. But the Four of Swords, which is rest, but also healing. So, you know, it's recuperating. And again, I can say this is very similar to the one, I think it was relax into it, was the message. This is also very simple, very similar. But with this one, I'm getting more of a sense of rest, not relax, but just like, I think that the resistance is done now. The cycle of resistance, the cycle of pushing back, and we could take a load off. Today, just let it be done. This underpinning energy really says to me, now fives, I heard another reader say this in a way I hadn't heard fives described before, but we have 2 fives in a row right next to each other. And fives are, they're like the inception of, they're a motivator. They, not propel, they incite, right? They incite conflict, so they create tension. 5 of Swords is, it's the everyman for himself, but it's also being manipulated. With the 8 of Pentacles, I know I'm pausing, like I don't know what, I'm trying to find words for it. With the 8 of Pentacles, this really feels like an everyman for himself still. All you have to do is look at our regular politics. 8 of Pentacles is working, is work. So this is everyone working for themselves. When you get that, you get everyone working at odds. And 5 of Wands, which is the energy we're moving out of, is being at odds with other people. Remember, resisting. So you know the 5 is competition. So there's always someone else involved in the 5 of Wands. So moving out of the working for ourselves mentality, and when I say that, I know that all of us here, all of us watching, all of you watching, are we are very community minded. But I think our politics, if you look at them, world politics, I see a lot of governments, I see a lot of companies and organizations doing this. You know, trying to manipulate the situation in a way that it benefits the singular person. Remember, this is about energy, it's about your mindset. We can shift that overall pattern, that sense, by giving it a rest, you know? When you energetically engage that, you're empowering it. And I'm gonna suggest here to just take a deep breath. We're watching this play out. And by play out, I mean it's playing itself out of its own energy. It can't work. It's not that it isn't working, it can't work. So it's kind of like it's exhausting itself. I get a very strong sense of that here with the image on Trungle's card. It's a very interesting interpretation of the 5 of Wands. Sort of exhausted little fairy protecting herself behind the 5 Wands. But look at the nurturing of Mother Gaia, right? In the world. Again, swords are information, thoughts, even 4 of Swords, you know, it can be news. So, let yourself rest from it, give yourself a break from it, and let this energy cycle itself through. All right. I will be back this evening. I will have shaved. I will look a little bit less rough. I'll comb my hair. I mean, I worked on this all night. All right. Till later. Bye.